Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, October 8th. This is Ann Varillo here with stampwithann.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. I hope you guys are having a great week and that you're getting some crafting done. I'm so excited to share the second card in my weekly card class kit to go. I have a funny hair standing up here. Let's fix that. Anywho, so I'm using the branching out bundle from Stampin' Up. And if you guys do anything, if you don't get the bundle, at least get the dies, because I'm telling you, there's so much you can do with the dies. But anyways, so welcome. If you guys are watching me on my YouTube channel and you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe and then hit the little bell icon. So that you'll get notified of when I go live and also when I post new videos. And then same thing goes for my Facebook page. If you're watching me on Facebook and you're not following me on my Facebook page, make sure you follow me there. And as always, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like this card class. And also leave a comment. I love to go back and read all the comments and see where you guys are watching from. And, anyways, so if you're not familiar with my card class kit to go, there's more information down below. There's a link you can click on. But basically, you get the kit for free and enough supplies to make 6 cards. So that's 2 of each design. When you place an online order in my store for $45, excluding tax, shipping, and any rewards redemption. So check it out. I love sending these kits out, and I know many of my customers love getting them. It's their happy mail. So let's get started. I'm going to pop us down to my craft table. Let's see, did it not work? Let's do that again. There we go. Okay, so just three announcements. Today's the last day to get 30% off on kits, up to 30% off in kits. So hi, Tanya from Florence, Kentucky. Good morning, Joan from Washington State, 65 and sunny. It is 58 and cloudy here. So I'm in my fall, if you can see it, my fall shirt, little pumpkins on it. So excited for the cooler weather. Yesterday it rained terribly, but it was good. We needed the rain. So anyways, today's the last day for 30% off on kits, up to 30% off on kits. So check that out if you like kits. And then as just a reminder, my October Craft and Create Club, now this is a subscription-based club. There's a link down below if you guys want to get more information, but I do send out enough supplies to make 4 cards, or no, 8 cards. It's 1 of each design, so there's 4 different designs. And this month I'm featuring the Gathering Moments bundle. And registration is open until October 19th. So check that out if you guys are interested. And then, of course, one more PSA, because I have to. Not that I have to, but I want to, because I love this. Right now, through the end of October, Stampin' Up! Is offering one of the best offers for their starter kits. So you can get $189 worth of product for $99, or you can get $125 of product for $35. Seriously, if you want anything, like if you're just a crafter, the best thing about this is you get discounts. Once you become a demonstrator, you don't have to sell. Hi, Rebecca from Alabama. You don't have to sell or anything. You don't have to do a blog. You don't have to do lives. I just enjoy this so much, but it's great. I would be happy to have you as part of my Craft and Create crew. We have a lot of fun, and it's just an overall really great deal. If anything, just to get the product, you can drop after that. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's get started because I really want to show you a couple tricks with this card today. So here's the bundle, branching out. Oh, I got some light on there. There we go. This is kind of all occasion, birthday. I think it's very fallish too, and seasonal. with the pine needles and the pine cones. And then, as I said earlier, if you get anything, get these dies. These, I love these. These I'm going to use a lot. It reminded me of the deckled rectangle dies. Those are retired, but I love these versatile dies where you can layer them and, just create really adorable cards. Okay, so that's what we're playing with today. And let me just remind you of the cards. We did this one on Monday, and I cased this from Mary Duthridge from Stamps and Lingers. Isn't that pretty though? Very fallish. So that was Monday's card. This is the card we're going to do today, and I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of sanding on this two-tone cardstock. And then this is a birthday card wishing you a day filled with many happy moments. So I thought that was really pretty too. Very seasonal. And then here's the one we're going to do on Friday, from our family to yours, with love and thanks. And I think this was from, I can't remember what stamp set, but I'll tell you on Friday. Okay, so let's get started. In your kit, you're going to get everything you need. I'm even going to emboss the two-tone cardstock. I won't be die cutting these out. When I feature a bundle, typically I don't do the die cutting, because these are the dies that are in the bundle. But I will die cut. This is from Nested Essentials dies. So we're going to be stamping and doing a little bit of heat embossing on that. And then this is our, I need to grab my Stampin' Blend. So this is the inside. This is going to be for the inside, and that we're going to layer on. I got two little tricks I'm going to show you today. So let's get started. So this is real red cardstock. I'm just going to go ahead and burnish this. And then let's see, I'm going to pull up some paper here so that I can sand this. Oops, go flying. So when we were at Onstage in March earlier this year, there was a thing, a table where we got to really play with some of the techniques for the two-tone cardstock, which I had a lot of fun doing. Boy, I got to move up here. Let's see. I'll just move up. So I'm just going to lightly sand this. So I've got a little piece of sandpaper, and I'm going to show you how. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cool? And you can see how the white comes out. Go a little harder if you want more white. So just kind of sand that down. See, isn't that pretty? I'll do a little bit more over here. I'll bring it closer. I love how that turns out. Now this is the lighter side of the real red. So it's two-toned, right? But I'm using basically the real red side. So just keep going if you want more. There we go. That's that one. Now I'm going to do this because I did this for the inside. So I want to do the same thing. Inside panel. And another really interesting thing with this is you can also tear this and you'll be showing the white. I'm not going to tear it because I need to use this. So see? Pretty, right? Okay, so that's going to be on the inside panel. Let me put this aside over there. And let me grab my shaded spruce. Actually, I'm going to need this again. So, yeah, Rebecca, it really does make a difference. I mean, I think it adds so much dimension to the card. So I really love how that turns out. And you guys can probably see here. See, I have like kind of a problem with white. I don't know if I call it a problem, but I like to add a little bit of color. So a lot of people don't like to do this. I'm going to do it because they think sometimes it ruins their Stampin' Blends. Oh, I don't think so. Shading, sanding, and tearing are the two-tone are great techniques. Yes, Tanya, they are awesome techniques. I love doing it. When they had the sale on the two-tone cardstock, I stocked up on a bunch of it. So I'm just going to kind of splatter some shaded spruce just to add just a little bit to this. Not a lot. That's all I'm going to do. So we're going to take that, put that over there. And now I want to adhere this to the back here. My glue is running out. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to adhere this right here. I see, and I love these dies, the layering of these dies. I'm going to pop my glasses on real quick. Now I'm going to show you something else that's real fun. So this is one of the dies in the bundle. It's too long. I'm going to cut it. Just in the center here. Yeah, that's about right. There. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I need this little piece of stuff over here. Oops. Grab that. Okay. Oh, I have a little thing in there. Get that out of the way. So I'm just going to layer these to the front here. So one there, one right down here. And then I'm going to put this one over here. Oops, wrong way. Gotta watch that. And then I'm going to layer this right here on top. And then I'm going to put these right about here. I want this one over here a little bit more. And down a little bit. And actually, that's the part I cut. Oh, look at me. I'm messing up my design. Let's try that again. I want it to be down a little bit. This underneath here. And this one, no. Actually, I need to cut this off a little bit. There. Because I just wanted it round. There we go. So now, because I want to glue this all down, I'm going to take some press and seal, you know, your Glad press and seal. And we're just going to layer it over here, just like that. Press it down. And then I'm going to lift up on it. Let's turn this over. Let's see. Come on. You're supposed to stay on my thing here. There we go. So this is just going to let me be able to adhere the glue to it. So now I'm just going to come in here and put a couple dots of everywhere that I want this to be sticking. Just wherever you can. Let's put some there. I'll put one right up here. And a little bit here. My hands are sticking to it. And then a little there. Where else should I put some? I think that's pretty good. So now I'm just going to flip this back over. Get it where I want it. Right down there is probably good. And then kind of press on that so that you get your glue to adhere. And then we're just going to gently take this off. Now you might have a couple pieces like this front one here that I didn't get any glue on. So you're just going to want to put some glue on that. But check that out. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, it helps so that you're not individually gluing each one. I've done that before in a video I just did last week. And somebody reminded me about the press and seal. And I said, oh yeah, I forgot. I could do that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue there. And there we have it. Okay. So we're going to set this aside and we're going to do some stamping now. Okay, I'm going to do some heat embossing. This is the, Joan, what was it again? The embossing buddy. Yeah, you get the tray, this little thing here. And I'm using this because this will prevent the powder from sticking to places I don't want it to stick to when I put down the powder. So you just give it a light brush through here. Pop that over there. I've got my stamp. Yes, Rebecca, I find it very helpful too. Sometimes I forget about it, so and then I spend all this time gluing, which isn't that bad, but it's easier when you use the press and seal. So I'm just going to put some Versamark ink down, and I'm going to stamp that right there. Get it off. Bring our little tray over. Let me wash this stamp off before I forget. Okay, and then we're going to pick this up with my trusty little tweezers here. Sometimes I like to go over it a couple times just to make sure I've got it good. That looks pretty good. Before we heat emboss it, let me put this back. I had one of these years and years ago. It was a pink one. I got it at a craft show. Okay, let's see. I need, before we do anything, I've got a very tiny, where did it go? A tiny, oh, there it is. It fell. I usually use this, I don't see much, to get any little extra particles off, but like I said, I don't see any. So we're good. Now I'm going to heat emboss it. It's going to get a little loud, sorry. Where's my thing here? Here it is. And there we have it. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, let's put this together. So we're gonna adhere our two-tone embossed with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. And I will emboss that on your kits. I'll let you do the sanding though. I'm just gonna pop this up. Oops, make sure we don't have extra stuff there. Okay, and then I'm gonna pop this up on some dimensionals. Let's get that done. My trash can. My little trash can. Oops. I am going to pop this up on dimensionals as well. So let's just do this right here. And then let me put a couple more. 1, 2. We still have to do the inside, and I have to grab my bling. I left it over there, so you're gonna have to give me a second. But I mean, this is such a cute, like, simple, easy card. This isn't, make sure that's down good. Oh, look at what I did. Oops. Give me my dimensionals back. Okay. Now we'll pop it up here. Just like that. Let's do the inside because we got a little bit more stamping to do. Make sure sometimes that powder gets everywhere. Now, another thing I will tell you guys too, if you are not subscribed to my email list, make sure you subscribe because I am starting on the 31st. We're launching the 12 days of Christmas. So you get a free PDF. There's 12 projects and you'll be receiving a free PDF on how to do each of the projects. So that's going to be just through my email. I'm not posting it on a blog. So you want to make sure to get those free PDFs, make sure you subscribe. Now I do have a little bit of leftover here, so I'm just going to snip this off with my paper snips. There we go. We'll go ahead and put this on the inside. Thank you, Tanya. It's a cute card, right? I'm just going to put some glue down here. And then we got 2 things left to do, tie a bow and add some embellishments. Oh, shoot. Look what I forgot to do. I forgot to stamp. Make sure that's off. You don't ever want to stamp your inside before you put it down. You want to stamp it before you put it down. Because now if I get this crooked or it doesn't stamp right, you've just lost that whole thing. So I did a boo-boo. I forgot to stamp because I was so excited. So, but it'll be okay. So I'm just going to take this real red, put that aside, and I'm going to come in here and hopefully I get it nice and straight. Just kind of make sure. There we go. Pretty straight. Okay. I got to clean this off. Back up there. Now, I've got to find here it is. I've got some real red and white. This is the real red and white baker's twine. And I'm just gonna tie a double bow. So we need a little, oh, you know what? I did that wrong too. Shoot. It's gonna unravel. Well, it's okay. I did that with my linen thread. unraveled it on the wrong part. Stop. So we'll just tie a little double bow here. I'm just going to pull those through just a little bit so I get them a little smaller. And I just noticed that. Can't have that, so we're going to snip that off. There we go. I'm going to trim these a little bit more. Okay. And we're going to add that with a little mini glue dot. Yes, Tanya, you're right. You can always stamp on a separate sheet of cardstock and glue it on. Yes, I've had to do that before too, because I forgot. Yeah, that's a good way to save it. Okay, so that's our little bow, and I am going to trim this just a little bit more. I think it's too long. There. Okay, and then wait 1 second. I love these embellishments. These are the traditional sparkling sequins, and they go with the traditional, what is it? Traditional Christmas sweet. So let me add a few of these. I'm going to do the medium ones. One over here. Yeah, I guess so. Right there. Actually, I'm going to do one little one. As you can see, I've used these a lot. I'm going to use one little one over here. There we go. Okay, this is our, isn't it pretty? I'd love it. And you know, it'd be good for somebody that's got a birthday kind of in the holiday season. Like my birthday's the 31st, and I bet people don't like getting, you know, red, white, and green cards, but hey, it is pretty. So anywho, thanks for joining me today, you guys. Have a great rest of the week, and I will be live again on Friday to share the last card with the branching out bundles. So have a good day. Bye, everybody.